And welcome again, everyone, to the Do More Life live stream. I will have a special guest coming on with me today. I am waiting on my YouTube channel to convert the video so I can mute it. Boom. And it has been muted. So I hope you all are having a fantastic morning. It's a good Sunday morning here where I'm at in Bangkok, Thailand. And I am very, very, very excited to see how many people turn out today for live stream. Sorry, I had one email I had that just popped up out of nowhere. So let's make sure we get rid of that. We got rid of that. And Ross will be joining me shortly. Hey, Ty Guy Bri, good to see you, man. Everything is all good here. All good, all good. We're going to be talking Southern Thailand. We're going to be detailing some of Southern Thailand for you coming up in probably, well, here comes Ross right now. So let's get him in here and see what he wants to do talking about Southern Thailand. Hey, Ross, I see you're sealing.
I'm just putting on my fancy shirt.
Fancy shirt. Cool,
fancy shirt. Actually, and I got as I'm buttoning it, I realized that I put the phone underneath the cable. So
it's all good, man. Lyle said, "Hey, Mr. Mitch," and Lyle says, "Haven't left yet." No, it's going to be. I have another week to work first before I go. So, all
right,
it's going to be a minute. It's going to be a minute.
You're gonna have to give me a minute.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I had to put my phone on Do Not Disturb because you know how people in America love to call me.
Oh, yes. I understand.
All right.
A couple things. Problem.
Got to turn off the air conditioning because we're not going to be in here anymore. Got to save that power.
Save that power, man. I'm going to get something to drink because it looks like we're going to have a slow start.
That reminds me. I need my water. Okay.
Yes, I have a major announcement, by the way. I'm going. Did I say this yesterday? Did I talk about me going sugarless starting tomorrow?
Yeah, you say you're going to go try doing keto.
I won't
Good
try.
luck with that.
I'm going to try.
Good luck with that with Thai food. Like everybody here, if you buy food from the market, it's got sugar in it.
No, I'll try not to. Good morning, stuck in Florida. Good to see you, bro. Thanks for joining in.
Is everybody really happy? I guess
I'm happy.
74 million people in America are really happy today.
We're not going there, man. We're not going there. We don't do politics on this channel.
Who was talking politics? Let's just say there's 74 million happy people.
Everybody knows your reference. Everybody knows your reference. So let's go and keep it focused on Thailand, man, because Thailand's a good thing. We love Thailand. We love Southern Thailand. And
I love Southern Thailand.
That's what we're going to talk about.
The biggest difference, I'll tell you, the biggest difference between North and Southern is really a tourism area of Thailand. I mean, like it is 100% relying on tourism, and there's really doesn't seem anything else down there for industry.
I believe you, but I got some bad news on that today. Hello, Robert. Good to see you, bro, Cody. Good to see you. There was an Indian man who just confirmed a case of it in Samui. No, I'm sorry, Krabi.
That's just what they need.
Yep. Timeline says local transmission confirmed for Indian national on PP Island in Krabi.
Well, PP Island is not Krabi. PP Island is PP Island, so that would just be in the province of Krabi. So if it's locked to just PP Island, well, then you're just locked on the island. They can just do some really good tracing like they do in this country. And wherever you go, you got to snap your phone a little barcode, let them know you were there.
Right.
So it may not be so bad. It may not be so bad. Let's hope not.
Are you going there? Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to. No, I'm not going that far down. I'm not gonna go that far down for sure.
There's nothing to see in Hat Yai anyway.
I didn't think so. Wow. It says 19 confirmations today. You remember they just released everybody from Q, what, yesterday, day before yesterday?
Yeah, oh God, that's just so sad. There's so much for us having no co.
I know, right? If they shut down domestic transportation before my vacation, I'm gonna be one pissed off human being.
You can get by with running a motorbike through most of Southern Thailand because the roads are very good. The construction, that seems like, my wife always makes a joke, in Southern Thailand they're always working on the highway, but the last time we were there they weren't. Now they're working on it in Northern Thailand. There was construction all over the place. I'm setting up my second phone so I can read the chat.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at the chat too.
Thai phone.
For those of you that are in here, we all know what happened in America this morning. Don't bring it in my chat. Don't bring it in my chat. And it would be the same way if it was a reversal. So we're not going to do it in here. Not going to do it. Okay. Chris, what's up, Chris? Good to see you. I hadn't seen you in a while. Thanks for dropping by. Mr. Mitch is in here. Ed, that's why that's why Stuck in Florida had to delete your message, sir. Hey, Aubrey, haven't seen you in a while. And Cody, yeah, got you bad. Dino says, good morning, Jazz. Greeting from West Sydney. Good to see you. I just hope like hell this doesn't affect my travel plans, man. I'm a little worried about it. Do you think I should be?
I shouldn't be worried.
It says
this country changes in 72 hours. Every 24 hours there's something new around here.
That's true. It says the Indian man, 37, lives on PP Island in Krabi and is a new local, whatever.
Welcome to the neighborhood.
Yeah, in Thailand, it was confirmed November 7th. The Krabi Public Health Office reports that the Indian man works at a restaurant and lives on PP Island. On Wednesday, he checked his health at a private hospital in Krabi while processing a work permit. Related information. He went back to his home on PP Island. He later got the plus sign and is completely asymptomatic. So, yeah, he's pregnant. I just want to see if they got okay. However, let's see, 19 people who had close contact are all negatory, and it says according to the Krabi Public Health Office, however, they are being in queue out of precaution. This includes several friends and relatives who live with the man. The man has taken 2 subsequent tests. Both were negatives. However, doctors are now sending his results to some kind of super lab or something. I don't know. The public health office stated that the man mostly stayed at home and worked and did not have widespread travel history and the public should remain calm. Yeah, so okay, that's not looking so bad. I hadn't read it yet before the stream started. Hey Griffin, good to see you this morning, my man. Mango sticky rice, good to see you.
I just had jackfruit and sticky rice.
Jackfruit and sticky. Well, you love that jackfruit, don't you?
I do love jackfruit. Yeah, that was my breakfast this morning. Jackfruit sticky rice with a little of the condensed coconut milk. Yum yum.
So I got to be honest with you. I've been eating joke for breakfast.
That's rice soup. Good man.
Yeah. I've been eating joke, and I get I don't know what they call. I can't is it mince or minced something? The egg that's got the boiled white, but the yellow is runny.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do. It's very good.
It's delicious. And this lady puts fresh
green onion,
green onions, and ginger.
Ginger, yep. Ginger. And you should also find some possibly cilantro in it. Green onion, cilantro.
Yeah, she doesn't. She doesn't put cilantro in it, but that's fine. I know what
Some
cilantro
people
is,
also
and
put.
that would be good.
Sometimes also you'll find it with either ground pork or
She
ground chicken
has,
in it as well.
yeah, she has
Yeah,
ground pork, but it's boiled ground pork.
yeah,
It's boiled.
that's typical type. That is a typical Thai breakfast, like what oatmeal would be in America.
Uh-huh.
Rice soup is to Thai people.
Well, I tell you what,
My wife loves rice soup.
I love it. I think it. I mean, I got
It's
it one
filling
day, and I was like, I cannot believe how good this is, and I had to get over the American brain part of like
of how it
eating
looks.
yeah, of how it looks of eating a runny egg, like that
Yeah.
kind of thing. But
Well,
once I
do you
got
ever eat
past that,
do you eat sunny side up eggs?
no, the only real uh, the only like eggs I really eat. Well, I've learned to eat the eggs here in Thailand, which sometimes I'll go for lunch and get I'll go get the rice berry from 7-Eleven, and then I'll put it on. They have like the fried eggs, but it's a like semi runny yolk, not really,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and it's fried white on the outside. It's pretty cool, man.
yeah. But eggs in
Uh,
eggs in Thailand just taste better than eggs in America. I didn't even eat eggs in America. I always thought they tasted horrible, but I love them here.
and I have so I'm about to try to do the whole keto thing. So I've been eating boiled eggs. Oh, well, I left my refrigerator open. Sorry about that, guys. 1 second, can't have that happening.
Hey, Prince, I'm sitting in your favorite unit, number 6.
Yeah.
And
Hey, Prince.
Yeah, Prince, I agree with you. But first time I saw rice soup, it was when I first came to Thailand. I was taking the bus from Bangkok to Samui, and they stopped off at the whatever the little stop areas, and they had rice soup for people. And I'm looking at it still with my American brain, thinking that just looks disgusting. How the hell am I going to eat that? and it wasn't until the wife made rice soup for me. I'm like, are you kidding me? This is breakfast? She goes, just shut up and eat it. And I'm like, oh, this is really good.
Okay,
and
stuck in
now,
Florida. Oh, go ahead, Ross. Finish. Go ahead.
And now I love rice soup. And if they're making it around here for the staff, I'm always eating it with them. They always laugh at me because they all know I used to hate rice soup.
And I couldn't bring myself. A guy I work with, an American that I work with, he was eating it morning after morning. He was like, "Man, you got to stop eating all those East Side sausages in the morning."
Oh, they're
I mean, it's
horrible
like
for you.
yeah. He's like, you got to stop eating all that. He's like, you wonder why you're gaining weight, man. Like, you know.
Saigon is full of fat.
So I know. I was like, Griffith says my wife could eat soup 3 times a day. That's so true. Stuck in Florida said joke mousse sap is delicious. So I know joke is the rice pudding thing or porridge thing, and then moo would be pork. Yeah,
pork.
Is that right?
Yep. That's right.
Why? What is sap?
I don't know.
Joke mousse sap is delicious.
Maybe soup, possibly soup. I don't know. But I was not around for me to ask. Yeah, Cody, I was the same way. I was sardines. I thought they were going to be disgusting until the first time I had it as part of a Caesar salad. And now if I see sardines on a menu, I order them. They're a little salty, but they're delicious.
Cody, are you referring to Cody's comment there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I cannot bring myself yet. Max says that
rice.
word means
eggs aren't
nice.
supposed to be refrigerated.
Let's see. What was crazy when I first saw the eggs in Thailand? They didn't keep them refrigerated. Yeah, they don't keep them here usually, but
They don't need to be.
boiled eggs I eat in and that's something else. They're getting into Mr. Mitch is saying no salmonella in Thailand and stuff like that. Something that I was told by this guy, right, about the Thai food was he was like, you got to understand these eggs are not. There's no. You're not going to get sick from eating them. Yeah, they're like. Is that what you call it? Free range?
Yes. Hang on a quick second. I have to yell at somebody.
Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead. Robert N has posted the PayPal link, and any contributions or becoming a channel member would be greatly appreciated today, because today is the final money-making day for the trip, and the trip is going down like doo-doo brown. That's all I got to say. Refrigerating eggs make them lose taste. Wow. That's you got a good point there, Cody. I think that's fair. Refrigerating eggs make them lose taste. I like the idea of, I'm starting to eat more and more, in case that my whole point, Ross, in saying this was, I'm starting to eat more and more Thai food, and as I do that, spicy. Yeah. Oh, it's not spicy. Like I had but what I did was I ordered the grilled chicken, that has the good chicken skin on it. And so I pulled the chicken skin off of that, and they chop it twice, right? That's like the leg thing or whatever.
Yep.
Or wing or whatever it is. And I put that in what's that stuff? Sumtum, and but I get the Sumtum med pit. So
that's easy. I also get it without the little baby shrimp. I don't like the little baby shrimp in my Sumtum.
I don't either, because it's like the whole shrimp and nothing else. Mr. Mitch has got a big comment there. He says, problem is, in the States, they wash the eggs. That removes the natural membrane, thus allowing salmonella to contaminate. Good point, man. Good point. I don't know. What do you think, Ross?
I told you I didn't eat eggs in America. I always thought they just tasted horrible. And what I've become to love out here, or if you can get a chance to find them, are duck eggs. Duck eggs taste even better than chicken eggs. The yolk has got a much more flavor, and the egg white, when you crack the yolk, the egg is crystal clear. It's not like a chicken egg whites are like kind of a cloudy color. Duck egg is crystal clear, and it tastes delicious.
So let me ask you, those little
quail eggs.
Little eggs you get, those are quail eggs, right? I love those things, man. I could eat 100 of them.
If you like, there you go. Exactly, stuck in Florida. It's duck eggs. The yolk is thicker, and the egg white is the best way of describing it is chewier. It's just more hearty egg white, and it's better from what I understand, it's much better for baking and for making like fried chicken. You want to dunk your chicken in something first. The duck egg is a better version of it than chicken eggs, and they're about 1.5 times the size of a chicken egg. So a duck egg would be like the size of a tennis ball, where a golf ball would be to a chicken egg.
Well, that would be, so the bigger eggs are going to be the duck eggs then, right?
Yeah, sometimes you'll see them already cooked or fermented here. If they do that, they're colored, looking like Easter eggs, or they call them salted duck eggs. Now, I stayed away from those for, I've been in and out of town for almost 20 years. And this last trip up north, I actually tasted them. And I was like, wow, I've been missing out on this for 18 years, because they're really good. Fermented duck eggs are delicious.
I have never, ever even thought about eating a fermented egg.
I didn't either. I did not either, but I was at a bowl. I was feeling empowered because I'm at a table I got my brother-in-law, my cousin, my wife, and my brother-in-law loves this stuff. I'm like, John, let me taste that. And they said, like, okay, let me taste some more of that. And I had some more of that. And then from that point on, every other day I was ordering them as well. I'm like, wow, this is really good. It's not at all what I expected.
Cody says, but for years I've bought fresh farm eggs and have probably up to 2 weeks to eat them, non-refrigerated, which I do. I make omelets and breakfast jacks or scrambled egg sandwiches a lot. Nothing wrong with that, especially if they're good, healthy eggs. But me learning how to stay away from carbs and bread is going to be my hardest thing. I've learned how to eat I guess it's pork neck or pork belly, whatever it is. They slice it real thin, and they'll put some sauce in it. And I just ask them not to make it hot. Keep it non-spicy. So that stuff seems really good. So I guess I'm going on a high-fat, low-carb, sugarless diet starting this week, and hopefully by Friday before vacation officially starts, I'll be like over the, madness of trying to get used to Thai food, or trying to get
the
used
more
to
Thai food you eat, the more you like it. The more variety of Thai food you eat, the more you'll discover that it's not all spicy. It's like when you go up north, the food is way more bland than in the. You're going to find the food in the south that's way more flavorful. That's the one thing my wife loves about going south is the food has way more flavors. Don't know why that is, but the style of cooking in southern Thailand is different than northern Thailand. You're going to find a lot more garlic, a lot more cilantro, a lot more fish sauce in the food.
I love both of those. I love both. Lyle says, "Welcome to Cooking with Jeremy and Ross." No, we're going to talk.
Actually
we're
eating.
Going to talk about
not cooking. Eating.
Eating. We're going to talk about Southern Thailand in a minute. But
I just told you about Southern Thailand. The food you're going to like. The food is way more flavorful.
I've heard the fried crickets at the markets are good. Oh no, Cody, I can't do it. Can't do it. Calamari. The first time I tried calamari was because that's squid, right? Calamari.
Calamari would be Italian. Would be fried. Yes, you've had squid with me, and you were like, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, and that let's see, we had some.
That's right.
What was that,
right, Prince?
What Prince say?
I'm sorry.
You can't go keto if you marry a Thai. Good luck telling your wife that you're not going to have any rice.
You get the black rice. It's better for you.
Yeah. I'm not gonna. If I eat rice, it'll be the black rice, the rice berry, the real stuff that's got a lot of fiber in it, and stuff like that. Cody says calamari tastes like an onion ring to him.
Yeah, you smother it in ketchup. Yeah.
The silkworm and oh man, they're talking about eating bugs. I can't talk about that. Let's talk about my vacation going to.
All right, let's talk about Southern Thailand. Where actually is Southern Thailand? What is considered Northern Thailand to Southern Thailand? So most people, when they talk about Southern Thailand, it's going to be Phang Na. Catch how I'm pronouncing it, Jeremy. Phang Na, and south. Phang Na is going to be the top of the bay, and it goes all the way down. So James Bond Island, people talk about being a Krabi, is actually much closer to Phang Na, the city of Phang Na, than it is to the city of Krabi. It's a 45-minute boat ride out of Phang Na, 2 hours out of Krabi. And they're still taking the same kind of boats. Phang Na is in a bay, and it's beautiful. Dead right now.
I would love to go there. That would be nice, but I'm not going to because I'm going to be the limitations of the only thing that's holding me back on this trip is the limitation of funds, and I'm not really going to know how much funds I'm going to be able to spend until I get going on this trip. Like, I guess I need to book. The overnight train a couple of days in advance. I'm gonna do all my booking. Just so you know, I haven't booked anything yet. I'm gonna do all my booking on this coming up week, and I'm gonna do it with fellow expats that I work with that have been down in those places before. They can make sure I don't book something crazy. I'm gonna stay at the same place you recommended yesterday.
Yeah, the price you saw the price. It's very reasonable priced, and the rooms are beautiful.
It's about $41 a night, which is a little bit out of my price range, but
you can get them cheaper though. You can get them cheaper. Just look online. If you're gonna book a place, book it online after 5 p.m. You'll get the lowest rate for the day.
That's true. That's very, very true.
Because they'll give you up to 30-40% off. That's it, my medicine.
That's a good point. Go ahead. Mango says, I'm sure JC knows of this, but did you like those eggs? And no balut, no balut for me.
Balut. Yeah. I don't want to see the chicken. I only like the egg.
No, I don't either. Yeah. I can't look down at a dead animal and then put it in my mouth. I just can't do it. Cody says, Jay, if you stay one day in Koh Samui at Freedom Resort, I'll get your cabin for the day. I have 2 vids of it. I watch all the time. It's on my bucket list. Where's Koh Jum at Freedom Resort? I don't know where that's. I have to look that up, Cody.
Well, Koh Jum would be an island, thus the name Koh. But I think it's one of those two islands on the outside of. Cody, if I'm right, those are the two islands on the outside of Krabi. They kind of just intersect each other, kind of like this, next to Koh Lipi.
And that's one island I wanted to go to for real.
Me too. I wanted to go as a 2.5 hour ferry ride. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, to Koh Lipi. I really wanted to go there, but I heard it was outrageously expensive to go there.
Yeah, that's what. When I was watching Adam and Cy, that's what he was pointing out. It was pricey, but I understand it's a faraway island and it requires a lot of transportation to get everything to the island.
Yeah. It makes sense. Stuck says mango sticky rice balut wasn't bad to me, but if it didn't smell good, I wouldn't eat it. Usually they just smell like boiled eggs.
Woodmount 1 2 3 4 5. Capital B. Your name in all capitals.
Who?
I think that's what it is.
1 2. What are you talking about, Ross?
Oh, sorry. My wife is asking me a password question for the cameras.
Oh, okay.
So I take my headphones off here so I could actually hear her. Let's see if I go like this and be like that.
Okay. Cody says Koh Jum is a 45-minute ferry ride from Krabi. Interesting. Yeah, island is right off Krabi. Mr. Mitch says the balut I had in India was good, no issues. I just can't do looking down at the duck, man. Do looking down at the duck. I just can't do it. Oh, somebody has sent in a PayPal already. Thank you very, very much, sir. And hey, there comes the email so I can show it to everybody. And you guys feel free to hope this helps your upcoming trip. I'll guard his name because he does not want it shown, but there is the $5 PayPal. $5 PayPal. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. Very, 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 very much. The more cushion we have on the funds, the more I can do. That's for sure. Freedom Resort sounds like a nudist resort. That's fun. Ross, do you want to come back? Hang on, let me see. Are you?
Yeah, I hit the wrong button. I was trying to flip my camera around.
Gotcha. All right, he's back.
Yeah, my wife was walking up. I was going to put the camera on my wife, but she's walked away. Like, I don't want to be involved in you.
We all know she's beautiful, and you like showing her off. I don't blame you. It's okay.
Hey, the best I got.
Stay says, Mr. Mitch, I got a couple in the Philippines that had a rotten smell to them, so I wasn't going to eat them, but I've had dozens of them. Oof. Good for you, Stuck. I couldn't do it. Y'all check out travel until after this. I'll send YouTube vid. Okay. Fair enough. That works, Cody. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Okay, so where to go first? Krabi or Samui? I'm thinking Krabi.
I would suggest you're right.
What do you think?
Samui right now is very, very quiet. There's only tourism on the island that we saw were just Thai people. Come sunset, the streets are all empty, which is weird because Samui really is a nightlife island. You could be out till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. They had special laws just to be able to sell alcohol after the normal times in Samui because it's nothing more than a party island. The same thing with Koh Tao and Koh Phangan. They all just did their own thing separate from the rest of Thailand because it was all tourism. Now, the restaurants that are doing well and the hotels that are doing well have changed their entire business plan towards Thai people. So they had to change all their menus back from English to Thai, changing the food from Western food to more Thai food. And you're going to see a lot of places that still haven't done that, expecting that oh, the Westerners are going to be back any day now. And they're all dying because there's nobody going there to visit these businesses. That was the biggest thing my wife pointed out to me. It's like, look at these. They're not adapting. They haven't realized they're going to be the white people here anymore. It's going to be a while before they come back. They're not adapting.
There's a couple points of interest. One, did you see any nightlife happening at all on either of these places?
Yeah, there's limited. I mean, for the people who live there, there are expats everywhere. So the expats who still live there, they've consolidated into the few bars that are left open. But like in Peng, as an example, in Phang Nga, the entire walking street was closed. Every restaurant and bar, massage shop, tailor on that strip was boarded up.
Wow.
It's like it looked like if you think about like what Florida looks like after a hurricane comes through and the city is just closed while they do like along the Panhandle where it was just closed for a while. That's what the city looked like, but without the hurricane. It's like they built it and no one came.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like too much fun to me.
It's depressing. It was depressing. The same thing when in Phang Nga was like that. Samui was like that. Samui is still a lot of traffic. There's still a lot of construction. There's still a lot of investment going into Samui because long term, Samui will always be a great vacation place. But we have family live there. They're even saying the type of clientele they're going to be getting is going to change. Samui is going to go back to being a honeymoon romantic place and not so much of a party island because it's the only way they're going to be able to recoup quicker.
Well, that's what they said they said Phuket and Samui. I read this in the Tiger. Phuket and Samui would be their tourism would be forever changed. It would not be like it wouldn't be open to the public tourism, that kind of thing. It would be maybe medical tourism or possibly something like you said,
Yeah, medical tourism will always be big in here because just the cost of surgery is so much lower. Even like having LASIK surgery, I was looking to get that done in Pattaya a couple weeks ago. So we drove out there for it, found out I don't qualify, but the cost of it was less than, I gotta remember, 70,000 baht, so about $2,000 for LASIK surgery, or so.
Wow.
$2,300 for what normally would be $5,000 in America. And then to have the more enhanced surgery is what they were recommending to me because I'm far sighted, not near. It was equivalent to $7,000, 200,000 baht. And it's about a $10,000 procedure in America. Boob jobs are really cheap here, but I don't need one of those.
Yeah. Hey, he's unscripted. What's up, bro? Good to see you, man. And PayPal link. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate that. What did Lyle say? July, Cody? Is November the start of high season? He was asking. Cody was asking if November was the start of high season.
So $1,500 an eye, so $3,000. Yeah.
Yeah. So
the doorman pointing out.
Hey, doorman, what's up, man? Glad to see you back in. $1,500 per eye in the U.S. Yeah. Hey, there's Senor Frank. Frank says if you aren't going to Samui on Thai holiday, it's pretty much dead. The beach will be yours, but be sure to eat before 6 p.m. because the few places that are open close early. That's good info.
Yeah. So by sunset, by 7:30, you're lucky to find any places open still because there's no there is no nightlife happening. So there's no foot traffic. And so without any people walking around, it makes no sense to be open because you have a higher chance of getting robbed.
I mean, that's something else. That's something else I was going to say. Don't expect to see. I know what you're going to say. Don't expect to see any food carts or street vendors, right?
Yeah, they only during the day we see them, and you'll probably most of them just in the open market areas. And so the open markets still do really well because people buy their food and baggy food and bring it home.
Yeah. Doorman says they false advertising of it. What are they false advertising? Doorman. Cody says I'd keep snacks in and fruit in a hotel fridge for late night craves. Yeah, me too, definitely. 100%.
That's what 7-Eleven is for.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But remember, Ross, I'm going on a new journey, a new journey,
A new food diet.
Yeah, a new food day. I'm trying to say, I don't think 7-Eleven's gonna love me so much. But
Well, you may
I'm
want to
gonna,
pass on the keto while you're on vacation.
yeah, I'm gonna, but I may not be full keto while I'm on vacation, but I'm still gonna watch what I eat. And yeah, good question, Chris. Hit the like button, guys. That would be cool. Let me see if I can change banners for a minute and hit the.
Jeremy, you're talking while you're doing that. I'll talk about when you're talking about budgeting.
Go
You
ahead.
know, so for the wife and I, when we travel, and we won't stay at certain places because we know what we get. So we typically will stay at 1,200 baht or more rooms because it's just a better quality room between 1,100 baht and 1,200 baht. It's night and day difference. It's I don't know what it is it's that sweet spot there. But if you're going to be budgeting yourself, if you budget about 4,000 baht a day, you'd be
Uh-huh.
more than enough to cover yourself for food, entertainment, any kind of day trips, and your hotel. 4,000 baht a day probably much should cover you because and still have some money left over. So
That's
you're looking
only
about
about.
130 a day.
You're talking about 4,000. You're talking about 4,000 baht per day, right?
Per day, yeah. And that should cover you because there are going to be some days like you can catch your hotel, let's say on the high end is 1,300, 1,400.
Mm-hmm.
So you're still left with 2,500. You're not going to eat for more than 500 baht a day, leaving you
Right.
2,000 baht a day for any kind of tours or van rides or anything else you're going to need. And if you're not going to, and a lot of the tours are typically are like 600, 700 baht per person. And that will give you your
Right.
transportation to all the places you need to go to and from, and usually include a meal with it. So you'll get a lunch out of it. So when you're budgeting at that, it's not so bad. If you try to go cheaper on it, and if you want to try to go the places yourself, and you rent a bike, you're at 300 baht, 250 baht a day for bike rental. Then you still have to pay for gasoline.
Yeah, see, that's where because I got a total budget for this whole trip for about 20,000 baht, right? And as of right now, and so you're talking about 5 days worth of vacation.
Unless you could go cheaper than that because if you just spend one day just on the beach, the only thing it cost you was the hotel and the food.
Right.
And so you didn't have any transportation, and you can walk to the beach, and you can take a baht bus during the day to some of the other ones to pay 40, 50 baht. So yeah, and at that rate, you're only spending 2,000 baht for the day for your hotel and food and transportation. It just depends on how many tours you do.
Yeah, and the thing about it is I really don't want to have to take like a 11 or 12 hour bus ride anywhere. I do want to take the overnight train just for the experience, right? To Surat Thani. Plus, I think it'll be good content. So, Cody says 9 times. What Cody's trying to do math. So, he's saying take 45,000 baht to be safe, brother. If I had 45,000 baht to spend on a vacation, I probably do a backflip and a handstand on my balcony and catch myself. So that's can't do that one. Who won't tell you time unless the benefits then? Yeah, that's a fair statement. Side guy, Brian. Mr. Mitch says 18 days, woohoo. I don't know what that means. Oh, Doorman says actually 19 staying in Bangkok one night after cute. Speaking of 18 days, he's got his tongue stuck out at me. I don't know. We're trying to get Doorman into Thailand. He's been trying to get into Thailand for quite some time. And I'm not 100% sure what's going on.
I know how to get it. I know how to get into Thailand because I watched it happen while I was up north. You just need to buy a 18-wheeler truck, and then you put produce in it or something else, and you drive from Laos into Thailand over the Freedom Bridge. And then you could come back into Thailand. I watched the trucks go in and out all day long while we were over there.
Wow.
So there is commerce coming in and out of Thailand. It's not for foreigners.
Yeah, but that's Todd says trying. I'm in. Yeah, that that would be very illegal. I don't think that that would be.
Oh, I think it would be
smart
very
to do,
illegal.
yeah,
Yeah, I would
but
suggest
it's
if you want to stay within your budget of 20, so you're trying to budget around 2,000 a day for 10 days. And if you're expecting 1,000 baht a night on a hotel and then 300, 400 baht for food, it's only leaving you 400 or 500 baht a day to do something. So you may want to spend more days doing foot sightseeing and
yeah,
maybe lock in only 1 or 2 days of van tour to go to someplace that you can't get on foot. So like the Crystal Springs and Emerald Springs, that is a 45-minute van ride, and it takes you to 3 different places as part of it's one trip. They take you to 3 different locations, and I think it was like 500, 600 baht a person. It's not bad because they can load 12 people in the van.
yeah, that's not bad.
And no, and then when you get into them, sometimes it's 100 baht to get into them, where the Thais are paying 20 or 30. You're going to be paying 100, maybe as much as 200. If it's a national park, you'll pay the 200 baht fee. So if you're going to stay in Krabi, there's a lot of places you can get around on foot and get a ton of footage, because I kind of know what you're looking for there.
Yeah.
For content.
Yeah.
The streets of Krabi and the beaches of Krabi are just gorgeous. And then if you just walk out off the main road and you walk for 2 or 3 kilometers, you get back towards the main road, you're going to see the limestone hills just along it. Just as you come in, it's just breathtaking views everywhere you turn. That's what I say. It's the most sensory overload you're going to find in Thailand, because there's just everywhere you turn, there's beauty.
Wow.
But in 5 days, you're going to be, okay, let's go someplace else.
Well, my plan was to do like 2 days in Krabi, 2 days in Samui, and in that general area. And then I was going to shoot back up to Bangkok and head over to Pattaya for 2 days, and then come back to Bangkok, leaving me with probably, 2 or 3 days before I have to go back to work. That way I have time to edit videos. I have time to get the pictures edited and, all that stuff. Stuck in Florida says, JC, do you have a room already? I do not, Stuck. I do not. Not yet.
And for your budget, there are other places you could stay. As long as you don't stay on the beach, you can stay on the main road and you can get hotels for 600-700 baht. We like Peace Laguna because it's away from all the rest of the nightlife, so it's very quiet to walk around at night. So you weren't hearing all the bar noise or the street noise, because it's at the bottom of the hill, as opposed to the rest of the hotels are along the main road, which is the upper part of the hill. So that's the reason why we like it. They also have a really nice breakfast buffet that's included. But you can find other places that are a lot cheaper that are on the main road that are going to be the same quality, but you're going to, if you're noise sensitive, like we are at night, then you didn't want to
I
stay
am.
there.
Yeah.
So that was the reason why we like Peace Laguna, because right now it's going to be quiet everywhere because there's no nightlife that's blasting like it used to. So you'll be good there. You'll also find a lot of really good Indian food over there, because there's a lot of Indian, Pakistani restaurant owners there.
Well, I'll just have to, I have to reassess the budget a little bit, see if I can get, I mean, I'll just have to reassess, because I don't mind coming back with a little less money than I had anticipated, but I just don't want to push it too far. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's what when we planned our trip, we were gone for 2 weeks. And for the two of us, and we drive everywhere. So we have a lot of time and a lot of gas that we burn doing the driving. But even for the two of us for 14 days, we were still under 40,000. And you know how my wife is, where she's not going to say anything budget.
Right. Right.
And she's going to, and she likes to have one really good meal every day. So we're going to be in a sit down restaurant, and our menu and our check is always going to be over 1,000 baht. I think what I'm gonna do, to Todd's point, right? Hang on a second. Chris says, Jeremy, have you purchased the wireless Rode mic? No, I did not purchase the wireless mic yet, and here's why. I decided to, rather than to take that mic or to take that money and buy that mic, I'm gonna take that money and spend it on the vacation. It's vacation / content creation. I'm going to be recording everything, so you guys are going to get the benefits of it. That's why I haven't bought the mic yet. And if I come home and have enough money left over, I will.
I wish I could afford it, but you're talking about, you're talking about 11,000 baht. It's about $300, really. So you're talking about 11,000 baht, 11,500 baht purchase. I thought it would be better to use on the to use travel funds for travel, and because I have a mic that works perfectly fine. It would have been nice to have the upgrade in audio. Maybe I'll have the time to do some upgrade in audio during the editing process. Doorman says the move will see you having a bad time in Pattaya. Stay out of Pattaya, JC. It's not worth it for you. Well, I'm not going to Pattaya to have a bad time. I'm going to Pattaya. My Pattaya plans are cemented. I'm staying with a friend there, and I'm going to see friends. So I'm not going to have a bad time in Pattaya. Let's just put it that way. Not this time, I can assure you. Carl K says, wives add at least 35% to any vacation cost. Stuck says, when I looked a week ago, out of curiosity, I seen good places for 12 to 15 a night, Krabi. I did too when I looked yesterday. I saw the same thing, but where are they going to be in terms of
Panda?
Ross?
Oh, sorry, I'm playing with my panda.
Yeah, you're really yeah.
He came over. He wanted to say hello. Okay, I'm gonna goodbye now. Okay.
I saw that for $12 to $15 a night too, Stuck, but I don't know. Like I don't know Krabi. I don't know where. If I stay in a $12 to $15 a night hotel, am I going to be able to get to the bus tours? Or a bus tour?
If you're on the main road. Yeah, as long as you're on the main road, that's where all of the bus tours companies are located. Everything is on the main strip. If you think of it like the Sukhumvit, everything is just one. Krabi is one big main road. So once you're down there, everything is all the restaurants, all the ATMs, the massage, everything, one main strip. So it's really easy.
So that's right on the corner of where you guys stay at the bottom because it bends.
Yeah.
Right?
We said, so that's on it's a higher elevated road, and then it comes down to the beach. And we stayed closer to the beach there because they have on the backside of Peace Laguna, they have their own entrance to the beach.
Okay, so you go from the picture I sent you yesterday, you would go west. West would be the main road, yes?
East. West is the ocean.
Hang on. I gotta look. I can't take it. Gotta look on Google Maps, boys. Sorry.
Yeah. So you'll find Peace Laguna. Peace Laguna is at the very bottom of the hill. So it has one little street that turns down, and there are two hotels along the way, both of which are closed right now. And they were cheaper.
All right, I'm gonna look at hotels.com real quick.
Okay.
And just for a reference point, because it'll have my.
But it's right there where it says you're looking on it. That's where just about another half kilometer as you walk back up on the main street is where the street bends, and that's where all the nightlife is, right there on the beach. That whole walking area there, and you can walk easily.
We're going to go over this in detail in 1 second as soon as I find the place.
It's also really nice to watch. It's also a great place to watch the sunset because you're just watching it set on the ocean there. And it's
there's a place called Your Peace Laguna Resort is $41 a night for me, and then the El Resort is $30 right now.
You can find you'll find other ones. You can find other ones for like $20, 800 baht.
Yeah,
600 baht. Yeah.
Okay, let's look at yours. Peace Laguna Resort and Spa.
But you understand, it's a huge resort, and it has the reason they have to pay a lot. It sits on a lot of land. They have their own laguna with a water lizard in their lagoon. So occasionally you'll see them come up to you, and it'll freak the shit out of you. I'm sorry, it'll freak you out because it looks like a little alligator coming out of the water.
Okay, this is my question. You can see my phone, yeah?
Yes. West is the water.
Okay. This way?
That's the walking street.
Here?
Yep, that's all walking street. And there, right where it goes up and makes a turn, on the road there. That's the main portion of it. And then just south over there by Railay Beach and heading over east is the other section of Krabi, which is the old section. And that's going to look more like what downtown Bonpei looks like than more of a touristy area.
Okay, so the main road
Onang
is
Beach.
4203. Yeah, Onang Beach is right here. So
yeah,
staying on that road. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do this backwards. Staying on that road, would that be good? Yes or no?
Yes, you'll be fine there. You'll get a lot of good contact. You'll be able to see the beach and lots of places to see and eat.
What about staying back up here somewhere?
Cheaper because you're further away from things, and you may have a harder time finding hotels that are open because the budget ones hotels, they were the first to close.
Okay, so but which one of those two roads is going to put me on where I can go and find the day tours?
It's the same road. It just turns. It just turns, yes. And you'll find the van tours. You could find them just like everywhere you go. You'll see the big pictures of them, and they have the signs on there telling you exactly how much it is and where do you want to go. Here's the point. And with just like what Senor Frank was saying, make sure you search Onang Beach, not Krabi, because Krabi will put you into Krabi Town, which is Crappy Town. You don't want to be there.
Okay, so search under Onang Beach.
Yes, that's where you're looking at it. Where Peace Lagoon is, that's Onang Beach. That's the nicer section.
Okay.
But you may want to make a day trip. You may want to take a day trip over to the other side of it, just so you know, like the dark side of Pattaya. It's just or the north side of Pattaya versus the south side. This is the different sides of Krabi. You've got Krabi Town versus Onang Beach, and one is definitely different from the other, and they're only a couple kilometers apart from each other. You could rent a motorbike and just ride over to it. And it was 250 baht a day to rent a motorbike is what we saw.
Mm-hmm.
And you may find with the Google Maps and a rental bike, you might be able to do all the tours you want at your own leisure and not have to pay the fees. Because we found all of them just take our car.
That's what I was thinking. How far are the rental places from around that hotel area? They're going to be all over that strip, right?
Yeah, they're all over there. Yep.
Okay. Chris C says, will you be making a hotel review in Krabi? Absolutely. I'll make a hotel review at every hotel I go to. Senior Frank says, be sure when searching for hotels that you search Onang Beach. Okay. And not Krabi, just as you said, Ross. I was
reading his comment.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha. Thanks, Frank. I appreciate that because I was searching Krabi. So see, it's without this is the kind of information I need. So let's make sure that I write down. We want to search in. Make sure I spell this right. AO.
Oscar.
Oh my God. Somehow I turned this military alphabet or whatever on my phone, and it won't go away.
Mad Max, that's how we do it as well. We just nut up when we show up. We typically plan around 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. to find a hotel. We have 3 or 4 of them in mind of which one we want to do. We drive to see exactly where they are, and then book the one that we like that's closest to all the things that we want to do, or has better parking or safer parking. But that's typically when we travel, we never book a hotel online unless we've been there before and we know exactly. Like if we're going to a place and I see there's a Diva hotel, we automatically book it because I know exactly what kind of quality we get with the Diva brand hotels.
AONANG Beach.
Right? Onang. Yep, Onang Beach. Onang. And it's beautiful. And the sand is yellow color, not white.
That's very interesting.
Very fine, no rocks, but just very yellowy color versus like up here, we have very white colored sand. There's yellow color. And wait till you see the tide. I think that was the most impressive thing for me in seeing Krabi was high tide to low tide. It literally can go up and down 10 to 15 feet between high tide, low tide on the ocean. Wow. It's amazing because it's part of the Indian Ocean.
See a big difference.
Yeah, because you're part of the Indian Ocean versus the Gulf of Siam or the Pacific Ocean.
That makes sense. That makes, yeah, I like that. Motorbike sounds very cool. Something people are messaging me on Facebook too. I think the motorbike idea might work for me better, Ross, because I'm familiar with how to ride a motorbike, and obviously,
Google
and then
Maps.
on top of that, good morning, Robert Mack. On top of that, I just wouldn't know exactly where I was going, which would be the problem. I'd have to get
Google Plan it now.
I guess
Get
Google
your
Maps does it.
Google, and when you're driving, you're going to see the signs everywhere that'll tell you, like, if you know you're going to the Crystal Springs, from the time you leave Krabi to the time you get there, every few kilometers, you're going to see Crystal Springs, 12 kilometers, 26 kilometers. It tells you the entire way how to get to it, because they're big touristy areas, things to see, to do. I mean,
I
they
wonder
are
how
the
many
places that people go.
You know, there's a public holiday in my vacation, which is the 19th and 20th. That would be Thursday and Friday of my first week vacation. So
That's
I
a good
wonder
idea,
how
Mr.
many.
Mitch.
What did Mr.
He said,
Mitch
just follow the tour bus. If it says it's going to Crystal Springs, the tour bus.
That is a good idea. I like that. Just follow the tour bus. Great.
And bring a bathing suit and a towel. You're going to want to have a bathing suit to go into the Crystal Spring, and you're going to want to have a towel to dry off before you drive back home. So, because
sure.
You're going to want to rinse off. Yeah. But the Crystal Spring, Emerald Spring, and Diamond Spring, it's 3 different bodies of water at one location. And you can walk up. The first one you walk up on is the Diamond Spring. I'm sorry, strike that. It's a Sapphire Spring. It's all blue. And you can't swim it. I'm sorry, I'm getting this wrong. It's the Emerald Spring is the green one. It's the first one you walk in. The Diamond Spring, or the Crystal Spring, is the next one. That's when you can swim in. And then the Sapphire, which is the blue one, is all the way at the furthest one away. And it's a long walk, not really hilly. You could walk it. It's a lot of walking. And that's where the hot water comes out of. It's a hot water spring, and it's super hot there. You'll feel the heat coming off on the water. And then it flows down a set of rocks all the way down to the Crystal Spring. It's just flowing over rocks, not a waterfall. It's just the river is just flowing over the rocks, and it's only an inch deep as it flows all the way across, because it's not heavy flow. When we went there the first time, it rained. When we went left of the Emerald Spring and started walking to the Sapphire, it started to rain. By the time we got to the Sapphire, it was no longer raining. It was downpouring tropical heavy rain, and we're just going. And my wife's like, "We're going. I don't care. I came here to see it." And by the time we started walking back, it dried up. The sun came back out. By the time we got back to our car, we were almost completely dry already.
Well,
so plan for good shoes for walking.
Yeah, good shoe. I got that. That's no problem. And my camera and the main lens that I have for my camera, which is a zoom lens, it's complete. It's weather sealed. The camera's weather sealed, so I don't have to worry about getting it wet.
You're not going to have rain. I mean, rainy season. I mean, it's raining today here, but rainy season is over. So you should have really good, dry, cool weather from this point on.
That would be nice. That would be really nice.
You should have some really good, decent weather. You're coming into November that you're planning on doing it, late November?
No, around. Well, vacation technically starts on the 14th, because that's the weekend. So
yeah.
So mid-November, and I agree, it should be pretty much over. There is Addie.
Hey, Addie. We did that. We did that cave canoe tour. That thing is awesome. That was up in Phang Nga, the one we did. Just happened to be as we were driving. My wife said, "Here, we're gonna go check this out." We go. There's a mountain there, and then you hopped in the canoe, lay down. They give you the spotlights for your head and another LED so you can look around, and it was just amazing. The caves. I did a video on it. It's just, the caves are awesome.
I'd love to see that. I would love to see that. I can't realistically. What I have to. I was thinking about this last night. Is realistically, I can't do everything in this vacation. I got the time to, just can't. There's no way I could budget doing all of those things. You know what I mean? Like the whole circuit. I just couldn't. Right. I couldn't do the whole circuit in this trip. Just financially can't do it. So my plan is to do what I can now, and then later on this year, when we have a little break, later on next year when we have a little break, I'll just take a flight, and it'll save a day or whatever. I like the idea of taking the train because it saves a night on I guess it saves the night on the hotel cost because the train and the plane are about the same price to fly to Surat Thani, but the train kind of saves one night of hotel expenses.
Addie John was talking about, you see a lot of rubber tree trucks. Actually, Addie, when we were there, what we saw mostly was the palm trucks. The stuff they use to make palm oil. You see them just literally the big giant palm. When you see them, you'll understand what I'm talking about. It's this giant clump of these little seeds that they use to make palm oil.
Question about the palm oil. And this is for anybody that wants to answer it. Does anybody know if palm oil is good for you or bad? Because I don't know.
Probably high.
It sounds like it's not healthy.
It's from a vegetable. It's a vegetable oil. It's not a corn oil.
So do you? I mean, is because they add. Excuse me, I got to get something to drink. They add palm oil to a lot of things they cook here, and I was just wondering if I'm poisoning myself with palm oil.
Google, is palm oil good for you?
Yeah, that's true. You can Google that. I like that idea.
Well, yeah, Eddie, you're just getting here, but I was telling him the same thing. Pick the best one is if you're going to go to the three springs and the hot water spring together. It's one tour. They're 10 to 15 minutes apart from each other, and it's just breathtaking. And there's two ways. So the other one we went to, if you're going to the three springs, is you then do the hot water spring, which is about a 10, 15-minute drive away from the other one. And there are two ways to go. You can walk down the main street, or the three ways, or you can hop on a little golf cart and they can drive you all the way there. Or you could, as soon as you walk into the entrance, hook a right at the first, looks like a bike path. And then you can walk through all the trees and you can actually watch the water just flow the entire way through the creek. And you can feel the heat coming off the water the entire time until you get to the very end of it. And that's a really nice day. And there's a lot of food courts over there to eat, plan your food, about 50 baht for a meal for you.
Yeah. That sounds reasonable and doable. Yeah. Let's see. Stuck says, Addie, the rubber tree plantation in Krabi province is where we went to look for blood pythons. Unfortunately, we didn't find any. We talked about that yesterday. He went on to search for the blood python. But Addie says on a day tour from Krabi, choose one of several day tours. Yeah, I think that's what you were just talking about. Prince says vegans say it's not good for apes, but vegans say everything is bad for somebody. I think he's referring to the palm oil. Palm oil is about everything, soaps, etc. That's why Indonesia clears too much forest for palm oil trees. Interesting. Very interesting conversation.
If you get a chance to do some videoing, Southern Thailand is a great place to like how things are made, or better yet, where things come from. Like where rubber comes from, like where next to my house where you see all the rubber trees. I always find it fascinating just to see how what rubber ends up as a tire, how it came out of a tree to begin with and looking like milk is always fascinating to me.
It is. I was the first time I saw a rubber tree was obviously with you, and I was like, wow, this is this is not what I expected rubber to come from. So but I like to see. I would like to get in a like a rubber tree plantation, like Stuck's talking about, and take like cinematic video, and then also take some really good pictures of what a rubber tree plantation actually looks like. That would be really cool. Maybe if I ever come to Rayon again, or Ross, too many R's in there. Maybe if I ever come to Rayon, I'll get get down there in the rubber tree near your house.
Yeah, the rubber tree is a seasonal thing. In the colder weather is when they sap them. The warmer weather, they just keep them clean. Because I guess cold water, at nighttime, they're walking around with little spotlights on their heads, scoring the tree and putting the little coconut shell to catch all the sap.
Right.
And then they look like little white blobs that get hardened. Then they run into another machine that flattens them, and then they go someplace else. But you'll see them on the trucks in Rayong, where just a bunch of these look like hides of the rotary. They just flattened it out, and it's about this, eighth of an inch, quarter of an inch thick of rubber piece.
Right.
And that's the start of them.
Well, that's definitely interesting. So that covers the Krabi trip for sure. Let me ask you about getting to, is it pronounced Raleigh or Raleigh?
Raleigh Beach.
Raleigh Beach. Okay. That's one place I would love to go just to take photos, but I don't want to do the hike. I would rather take a boat.
Yeah, don't use the Google map. Do not use the Google map to get to Raleigh Beach. It doesn't work.
Okay.
It takes you over towards a resort that's closed and on a dirt road, and it just dead ends. And you're like, how the hell do I get here? And then it tells you to walk, and like, there's no place to park. Take the boat, and from Onang over there, just take the boat over to Raleigh Beach.
So will they have in Pattaya, they have the boat sitting out in the water ready to take you places, that kind of thing. They have the boat sitting out there too. Yeah,
just like they have over here in Pei to take you over to how the hell?
Yeah.
Sumet, thank you. Koh Samui, yeah, where they just have the speedboats there that you can take as well. Yeah, they have the long tails and speedboats that can run you over there. It's a quick ride. All you're doing is going around the horn.
Okay, cool. Because that's what you just said about the Emerald Springs and the Crystal Springs. The springs are one of the things. All right, Stuck. Don't forget to come back. But the springs and Raleigh Beach is my two tasks in Krabi. That's my two tasks.
You should have no problem hitting both of them and still stay in your budget.
Yeah. So I'm thinking those two would be great. Now, then from there, I would stay. What kind of time frame are we talking about? Are we talking about
half hour? 30 minutes?
Half hour to get to the beach?
Yeah, just the boat it's literally you're just going around the horn of the. I mean, you'll see the Onang Beach, and there's a big rock formation that juts out, and then you go around the other side of it, and that's Raleigh Beach.
Okay.
So cool. It's like I say, it's just taking you around the horn of the rocks there to get around it. It's the same way here if you're going from. I'm totally blanking today. Where I am, and you're heading back towards downtown Rayong, there's that one, you go around the forest area there, the same thing. Yeah. Just that one portal that shuts out.
I got you. What's
Patong Beach.
Have you ever taken one of those boats? Do you know approximately how much I should be charged so I won't get like overcharged?
I don't know, but the prices are blasted everywhere. It's not like they're just going to make up a price for you. Everything is the numbers are very well posted. So you're not going to ever you're getting ripped off. Again, it's been geared to Westerners for so long that Westerners want to know how much things are. They're not going to for you, we give you special deal. No, it's very well broadcasted.
Okay, good. So those are the two things. Do you think I can do both of those in 2 days and leave?
Be exhausted.
Yeah,
I would give yourself 3 days. 1 day to do the springs, 1 day to recuperate from the springs, 1 day to do Raleigh Beach. Because you're going to come back from the springs, you're going to be exhausted because it's a lot of walking. It's not hilly, but it's just a long walk. You're going to probably walk 5 kilometers that day.
Okay.
It's 2.5 kilometers up, 2.5 kilometers back. So for somebody who's out of shape, hasn't done it, you're going to take your time doing it, and you're going to come back and just going to be like, oh my God, I just want to sleep today, or just lay on the beach.
Yeah, one of the two. Gotcha. Okay, so I could do that, and so basically I need to stay on the third, so I could do that, and then kind of rest up for a day, or maybe do like a walking live stream out on Onang.
Yeah, you should. Good reception. You got cell towers everywhere down there. 5 bars.
Good. And then the following day do Raleigh Beach, and then pack my stuff up, go back to Southern Thailand, and take a ferry over to Samui. Is that possible to do in one day?
Yeah, but you're going to catch the late ferry to do that because it's going to be an hour and a half ride from Krabi back over to Samui, and then you're depending on what time you get there will be which time you get on the ferry. The ferries run on the top of the hour.
Are they still running on top of the hour? That's the question.
Yeah. Yeah, they were full. We every time we took the ferry to and back and forth from Samui, and both times they were full. The ferry.
Okay, so Frank says there are ticket offices at the end of Onang Beach. Good. Isn't PP a short ferry ride from Krabi? Yes, but we have a it problem potentially in PP right now. So I don't know if it'll be open. If it is, then that may extend my stay. I'm not sure. I don't know. I just don't know. But
I would take if you could do Koh Lipi over PP, I would take Koh Lipi over PP every day. For the beauty of the water between the two of them, you're going to find the Koh Lipi. But if you go to Samui, you can also budget yourself to go to Koh Phangan because you can and it's a hour and 15-minute ferry ride from Boput, which is the top of Koh Samui, over to Koh Phangan. And Koh Phangan is a pretty beautiful island as well.
I've seen some other YouTubers' videos on Koh Phangan, so I've seen the beauty of it. It looks to be very very nice, and I would love to go there. But again, budget. I don't want to. Yeah,
that's going to be your key. Koh Phangan is more expensive, just because you have to the ferry to get back and forth.
Yeah. So. And I don't want to take any chance on getting trapped on any of these islands either, which I don't think that'll be a problem. But at the same time, with the way things are in Thailand, you just never know. You know what I mean? You just never know. So, and if not, worst case scenario, and I'm thinking about how to get back to Bangkok before I go to Pattaya.
Minivan. Do the minivan. 200-300 baht. It's better than the bus.
All the way from Surat Thani to Bangkok.
Yes, it's a 10-hour ride. We drove from Surat Thani back to Koh Samui. From Surat Thani back to that resort in 14 hours straight. We had to get back here because my brother-in-law passed away. We needed to be back, and 14 hours. We were at the bottom of Surat Thani. So it is very possible.
So you got all the way back to Rayong in 14
It got all the way back to Rayong, yes.
Wow.
And still stop for food, bathroom breaks.
I'll see what they have. If worst comes to worst, I can always take a flight. I mean, the airplanes are not going to be full. Chris says too many places to choose from. I suffer from paralysis by analysis. I agree, Chris. I agree.
Chris, Chris, I refer to it as sensory overload. You go there and you just keep turning like, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? And you can't make up your mind because, I want to see that. And then you turn your head. I want to see that. I want to see that.
That's
sensory
exactly
overload.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. I'm worried about getting to these places and just being like, bump it. I'm already here. I'm gonna go ahead and spend the 2,000 baht I shouldn't spend going to Koh Lipi or something like that. And I mean, it's not like I'm never going to have the opportunity to get to Southern Thailand again. I'll get what I can get out of this trip, and hopefully that'll be enough. And or at the very least, I also want there to be a little bit of vacation in there for me. So I want like a day to rest and at these places just to kind of walk around and look around. And of course I'll be recording, but I'm just saying, just to chill out. So maybe I'll take a minivan back. Flying would save a lot of time, but I think the minivan would be much more friendly on the budget, correct?
Absolutely. And the flight back will cost you $250.
Yeah. So,
because I figure you have to get transportation to the airport, got to get transportation from the airport.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why, and then the airplane tickets, because it's not just the part of the flight ticket, because you always have to pay to get in and out of the airport. It's the bus or the van You just walk in there and you show up, throw your bag in the back. Wow, I'm just
That's
looking.
very,
Somebody just
very
gave
true.
us. My neighbor who sells fresh seafood has just
Uh-huh.
given us 2 giant barracudas. They're about 2 feet long, and one giant bamug, or a giant squid that's like this big for lunch. I'm
Wow.
going to be eating good.
Yes, you are. Filthos says, I got a bowl. Hey, man, thanks, Filthos. I appreciate you coming by. Thanks for letting us see the amount of time, effort, work, and planning that goes into what will probably look like a nice casual video tour. I hope so. I hope so. That's the thing. Frank says, or Senior Frank says, after that train, you're not going to want to return on anything other than a flight.
It's absolutely true.
You're probably 100% right. Well, not probably. I 100% believe you, Frank. But the thing about it is it's all about the budget, man. It's all about the budget. Mr. Mitch says absolutely less expensive in a van. Stuck in Florida says yummy. He's talking about your food. Mango says, JC, I got a great idea. This vlog would go viral. Rent a jet ski, grab your GoPro, and show us what it would be like to go from island to island on jet ski. First of all, I will never rent a jet ski in Thailand.
Why not?
That's the number one thing. Just because of
I read a jet. I think people put too much emphasis on that. I rented jet skis when I lived in Koh Samui. They were a blast. Had such a good time doing them. You just got to make sure you're dealing with reputable people.
That's true. I think I'm going to get. I think this week the first thing I'm going to plan out is the train ride, which will take me into Surat Thani. And when I get there, I should probably already have a hotel booked. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, Surat Thani is a really nice city. Actually, it's underrated. There are a lot of expats who live there because they didn't want to live on the island. They probably lived in Koh Samui first and got tired of island life.
Mm-hmm.
Until they moved back to the mainland because it's much cheaper. And then if they want nightlife, it's like living around. If you want nightlife, you go to Pattaya. If you want nightlife, you can go to Koh Samui. But Surat Thani is a big city, a lot of shopping, malls, a lot of places to eat. Hotel for us was 800 baht for a really nice hotel.
Wow.
Yeah, Surat Thani is a big sprawling area. It's a gigantic seafood area. A lot of shipping coming in out of there.
But when I get there, if I have a hotel booked because I'm going to want to get there and go to Krabi.
Yeah, one night. Just get one night in Surat Thani to book that, and then that way you can use it as a time to plan your next move if you haven't already. But you want to, I always like to have, when I was traveling by myself, I always wanted my first night booked, and it didn't really matter the price of it or where it was located. I just wanted to have some place that no matter what time I got there, I knew I had a place to sleep. I didn't want to have to deal with that looking when you're exhausted.
Oh yeah.
So
I agree.
book the first night, and then the next day you've got plenty of time to go around, find your next place you want to stay, do. And you may find that, you want to stay in the same hotel you were already at. It works out good for you. Or you may find something else along the way. Or you may just want to leave the city.
Yeah. Well, I'm only going to want to, like, if I would stay in Surat Thani, but I won't do that though, because if I take the train, I'll take the overnight train, right?
And then you catch a van ride right over to the ferry, and the ferry will take you to the dock. And from there, then you can catch public transit. There'll be plenty of baht buses. They're not 10 baht though, in Samui to get you from, depending on which pier you land in. You're either going, if you go to Samui, you have two different areas.
I want to go to Krabi first.
Krabi, but I understand that. But when you leave Krabi to go to Samui, you're going to go to the ferry. You'll end up at the ferry dock. So you're in Surat Thani. You're already closer to Samui than you are to Krabi. Because Surat Thani is where the ferry is to go to Koh Samui. Okay. So if you're going to end up in Surat Thani, you probably would be, to save your time and maximize your time, would go from Surat Thani to Koh Samui. And then Koh Samui back to Surat Thani back to Krabi back to Bangkok. Because otherwise you're going to be crossing over just to cross back again. This time This time you only go you go east from west and then west back north. Because you'll waste 3 hours. You're going to lose 3 or 4 hours just van riding from going east to west.
Right. Okay. I was thinking of it backwards because I was thinking that I would be like, if I went to Krabi first, then I would come back, go through Surat Thani, go to Samui, and then come back to Surat Thani, and then boom, from Surat Thani to Bangkok.
Yeah, they're 2 highways though. There's one on the west coast, one on the east coast. They both go back and merge together. So it goes back up to Phang Na and then merges back over. So it won't really matter. So to save your skid, add 3 hours more vacation time. Surat Thani to the ferry dock drops you right down into 2 different places in Samui, depending on which ferry you get on. If you go to the Natan ferry, it'll be very easy for you to get transportation, and you're already going in more of a, I would say, mainland Thailand, Samui. Otherwise, you come in from the other ferry, which is more where all the shipping comes in and out of. So all the trucks are on those ferries. And then there's not as much public transit down there. It's more for the locals to use.
Give me the name of that ferry one more time.
Natan. Yeah. As you go, you just tell somebody you want to go to the Natan ferry dock, and they'll bring you to the right ferry, because there's 2 different ferry companies that you can go to. And because you're not having your own transportation, you're going to be the one that drops off at Natan, because you get out there, you can rent a motorbike right there in Natan. So and then you could drive around the island in 4 hours. It's not a very big island.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, exactly. Barbecue beer freedom. Exactly. There's over 30,000 vlogs on that particular topic.
Oh yeah, you definitely could do that. I'm just I have a thing about talking to people that and Griffin's got a good point too. Make a list of what you want to see in order of priority. Runaway Train, Never Coming Back, good song from America. Yeah, and the things that I want to see, Barbecue Beer Freedom's got a couple good points up there. Welcome to the chat, by the way. I don't think I've seen you before, but the things that I don't really know what there is to see on Samui. I'm just gonna have to explore.
The big things people see. Lookout Restaurant, which is at the very top of the island, and it's a nice ride just to get up to the top of it. Very popular place for people to do. There's 2 different waterfalls that are 10-15 minutes apart from each other. There's the main beach of Lamai Beach, and then you drive up north and go around some really cool mountain rock and up and down hill roads, which are great fun to ride. And you end up at Chaweng Beach. Chaweng Beach takes you to the end, where then you get to the airport. Go around the airport, you hit Boput, and that's where Boput is, where the giant Buddha is, in the northern part of the island. And then from the northern part of the island, wrapping all the way, thinking of like from 12 o'clock to 8 o'clock, is more scenic side of the island. The big touristy areas are from 8 o'clock, and then again around 5 o'clock, where Lamai is, and 2 o'clock where Chaweng is. If thinking of Lamai where a clock, it's the best way to kind of think where the things are.
I like that. I'll look everything up, and
there's a butterfly garden, which is a fun little 20-30 minute. There's the aquarium and tiger show, Bengal tigers. And if you go down, if you happen to see that one, you'll see my old house where I used to live. It's right on that same street. And you're like, Bob,
I thought you lived in Krabi, not Samui.
No, I lived on Samui for 2 years.
Oh,
Krabi is my favorite place to visit. No, Krabi is my favorite place to visit. Samui is where we used to live.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
That's why I know Samui like the back of my hand, just because the same way. Yeah, exactly, Addy John. Lamai is a family friendly, and Chaweng is a big touristy beach, and there's no tourists on there, so Chaweng is hugely hurting. Think of like Pattaya, as you see on what's happening right now. That's what Chaweng looks like. Bars, go-go's, malls, massage and tailors. That's Chaweng Beach.
Gotcha.
But it also is a really nice sandy beach. You also go to Hinta Hinyai, which is grandfather and grandmother's rock, which is just going to be south of Lamai. That's a place a lot of people hit, because there's a rock that's shaped like a man's genitals, and then another rock that looks like a woman's genitals right there on the beach. It's really cool. Hinta Hinyai, grandfather, grandmother rock.
Brett said, I want to go to Krabi and learn Krabi Krabang. I think he said the same thing yesterday. Well, so that kind of changes my plans completely because if I'm going to take the train to Surat Thani, then from Surat Thani, I just get off the train and tell them I want to go to the.
You can actually book. You should be able to book one ticket to get you all the way, the train, the transportation to the ferry, and the ferry to Samui as one ticket, because there are going to be plenty of package deals that do the whole thing, and they'll provide you transportation, so you don't have to try to figure out how to do each step.
Okay, so would that be? I could get that from the train, that ticket from the train station, yeah?
Yep. You're gonna pay the ticket, and you'll buy all the tickets you need from one location. So you get off the train, and there'll be the signs to take you the ferry boat to the van ride to the ferry. Right. Then you get to Samui, and then from Samui you can just hop on like a bot bus and tell them, take me to Lamai. The ones that they're going to say Lamai or Chaweng, depending on which way around the island they're going to go.
Right. Well, that sounds like an easier start to my journey. I would think. So, and then when I got back to Krabi, or when I went back to Krabi, it would be
take the van back.
Is there a minivan station in Krabi? Is that minivans there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So catch another 10-hour back to Bangkok, probably take a day to rest here, and then go to Pattaya. Yeah.
Yep. And if you're traveling with just backpack, you could rent a bike in the Ton, in Samui, and just ride around, and you'll have a great time as you're looking for places to see and do. You'll see the signs are everywhere, and there's plenty of travel information on what to do in Lama and Koh Samui. It's not that big of an island. You could be able in a couple of days knock everything out.
Okay. All right. I see the big golden Buddha.
Definitely see the gigantic coconut trees too, because you thought the coconut trees were tall in my yard. They're like 60, 70 feet tall over there. And watch when a wind comes and they just sway above everything else. It's just amazing to see. They look like giant Q-tips just swaying.
That's awesome, dude. I just have a feel like I like the planning aspect, but when it all comes down to it, I feel like I'm gonna get to I feel like the first part of the vacation is gonna go the way it's gonna go, and then the second part, I just feel like there's gonna be that fly by the seat of my pants. No, I want to go here. I really like this. I want to, that kind of thing. So
you may find Samui and then Koh Phangan, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna have to do Krabi at a different time, because you're going to find that there's so much to see and do in Samui. They're like, you know what? I'll come back to Krabi another time, because of the time is limited. And just like Addie's saying, it's a day just to get from Krabi to Samui between the ferry ride and just across the land. That if you're trying to do that twice, it's just you're losing time that you could be better enjoying on a motorcycle, catching in the views. You don't want to be sitting around waiting.
Mango told me to write SOS on the beach and see what happens.
Somebody bring you some sticky rice.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. Yeah, I'm not. You might be right on that, man. You might be right on that. So maybe do like Samui and then is it Koh Phangan?
Koh Phangan, yeah. Yep.
Koh Phangan.
Yeah.
Maybe do those two, and then see
how much time you have left. Let's take your time and money at that point.
See what the budget
hang on a second. Hang on, the wife needs me. Yes, wife. I was not planning on going anywhere. Yeah, where are you going?
Wife. Don't tell him I said that.
Oh, we're going shopping?
She pretty.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going shopping?
Yeah, wife would like me to take her shopping so that she can shop while I can park the car, and I can drop her off in the front so she doesn't walk as far.
All right, do you need to go?
What time do you want to leave, sweetie? I have eaten. I had jackfruit and sticky rice. She's worried about me eating. It's not food. I don't have anything else to eat. Not till the market opens tomorrow. So I ate what I have. Yes, it was food. Sticky rice and fruit.
Sticky rice and larb moo. So bad right now. What is larb moo? I know moo is rice. Sticky rice. Stuck in Florida says he wants sticky rice and larb moo. What is larb moo?
Lop moo. Lop moo. It's delicious. It would be ground pork with a little bit of rice powder and lemongrass and cilantro. It was lime and a little bit of vinegar. Yummy.
Ooh.
Also pronounced as lop. Pronounced as lop. L-A-P-P. Lop. Lop moo.
Chris says wives tend to interrupt men when they're enjoying themselves. I guess you could look at that two ways, but yeah. Eddie says Koh Phangan catch fare from Koh Samui. Hardin Beach is where they hold full moon party on Koh Phangan. I don't care anything about a full moon party.
It's a waste of time.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in that. Moo is stuck in Florida says moo and pork. Gotcha, man. Prince says I'm afraid to eat Isan food. I tell you, I've gotten a little more afraid here and there of Isan food just because of the sausage. You guys, I blew up like a blimp. I mean, I'm still cutting down, and that's one reason today is my last day of sugar. But I'm still cutting down just for the simple fact of the Isan food that I was eating all the time at lunch. And other places like we were eating chicken skin and some other stuff like that. Just not healthy stuff. Just not healthy.
It's very easy to not eat healthy out here. That's for sure.
That's for sure. Do you need to go, Ross, or what?
Shortly. I need to leave shortly. Yeah. Stay away from the Saigop, the Isan sausage. It's just gives me the burp. Something fierce.
Yeah, that's what I liked. And I think that's what I was eating. The sausages that are roped together and they put them on the stick.
Saigop. Yep, Saigop.
Yeah. And I love that stuff, but it was giving me it was just pounding the weight on me, man. It was.
No, it's all fat. It's nothing but fat. It's fat rice and a little bit of pork in them. What do you expect? Yeah. And it's pickled.
All right, so I'm gonna let Ross go so he can enjoy his day. I'm gonna stay on for a bit, guys, and talk to you guys for just a little bit.
I'll do a 10-minute question if anybody has any, really quickly. Because she doesn't need to leave right anywhere. Yeah, anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions they would like me to answer? I will make up the answers if I don't know it, and you'll have to Google it for yourself if I'm right.
So Ross has got open Q&A going on here, which is a good thing. The problem
Addie, Koh Tao. Addie's asking, are there any other places where people get married? Koh Tao is another one. Koh Tao is becoming a developed as the land dries up and places to build in Koh Samui and Koh Phangan. People are going out to Koh Tao as the next one.
Stuck said grilled sausage in Chiang Rai and Mai was my favorite. Ooh, that sounds good.
Addie, I haven't built a pool yet. In fact, Addie, see if I don't drop the camera this time. I didn't drop it. Did the camera turn around?
But no, okay. We just see your icon, your avatar. Okay.
Camera. Oh, here we go. Facing front, facing back. Let's see. Done.
Joe P, what's up, buddy? Good to see you.
Close that. And camera. Okay. The backside. Here, Addie. This is the backside of the resort. That's where the pool will be eventually. We'll eventually own this bit of land, and this whole thing will become the extension of the resort. And there will be a pool back there eventually. Maybe 2 years, maybe 5, but eventually. One day. All right, children.
Max, take care, buddy. I see you're leaving. Man, I miss that place. Boy, I love, you guys don't understand the comfort inside of Ross's resort, or his wife's resort, I should say. But you don't understand the comfort level inside those bungalows. It's amazing.
Yes, as I walk around. Free plug for my resort here.
Yeah, free
And look at
plug.
that. There you go. In fact, we are now that the dry season's here, we're putting fresh cans of varnish on them, so you can watch my cousin here slave it away.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's
There's
awesome,
wife and
man.
Rayong. Here's wife and Rayong saying,
Where's wife? Hey, wife. Hello. I haven't seen her in so long I didn't recognize her.
I haven't seen you so long, I didn't recognize you. Still beautiful, yes, yeah. Just
Still
says she's still
beautiful. Yes.
beautiful.
Yes, yes, I agree.
All right, guys, I'm out of here. Y'all have a good chat. Hopefully that was helpful information for you.
Yeah, good stuff, Ross. Thank you, buddy.
Bye.
Later. All right. So anyway, guys, I hope you got some interesting info out of that, and if not, maybe on the replay, some people will get some interesting info out of that. I thought it was a good little live stream, and yeah, Ross has got a lot packed full of info, and that's one reason I like to have people on here from time to time. I used to do this more often when I had people on, just talk about stuff that I didn't know, and again, this is talking about Southern Thailand, a place I've never been before, and like I think the biggest thing I learned today was I might bypass the Krabi part, maybe, I don't know, depending on how much time and money I have. When will you get back? I see that's Chris. That's one of those things, man. It's like I don't know because I don't know how long I'll stay. Like if I go to Samui first, which I'm now going to go to first, and then I try out Koh Samui, then I may be financially done with that part of Thailand. If I hit those for 2, 3, 4 days or whatever, then I may not have enough finances to continue on and go back down to Krabi and stay there. So I didn't realize that until Ross told me what the prices would be, and things change. But I may get down to Krabi and stay a little bit longer. I might find a good hotel. I might that. There's no telling. I may make it over to Krabi. I don't know. I just don't know. Chris said send contributions to charity. Thank you, Chris. Yes, PayPal. But Joe P, $10 super sticker. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that very, very, very much. Very, very, very much. Yes, PayPal contributions are nice because I won't get the super stickers and all that stuff until November the super stickers, if we're putting them out now, I won't get them until December the 21st, 22nd. So the trip will be long over by then. But they always help for recovery of financial assets that I may spend. I may spend a little bit extra, guys. It depends on it. It just depends on how good of a time I'm having. And I want to bring you guys some live streams from some of these places. Yeah, so I think that's probably what I'll do. That's good, Chris. I'm glad you're looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the whole thing. The train ride I'm looking forward to. And thanks again, Joe, for the super sticker. I really appreciate that, brother. Stuck in Florida says if you would like to help JC out with his travels to share the DoMoreLife family, there's the PayPal link. That is the PayPal link, and you can click it and contribute anything you want to. Because again, time is not the issue here. I've got plenty of time to travel. Okay, plenty of time. It just depends on the funding. So if we have the funding to travel, then we will travel on. If we do not have funding, then come home and just wait until the next round of vacations. So That's what we'll do. And nothing wrong with that. We'll get as much done as we can. I thought in the beginning setting a goal of making sure that I went to Krabi, Samui, and where else, like Raleigh Beach, or whatever, however you pronounce it, and things like that. That I might run out of. I didn't think I would run out of money that quick, because I didn't realize it was going to cost that much. If I had set aside 45,000 baht for the trip, then of course that would be something entirely different. But we don't have that much. So anyway, not complaining, just saying that that's what we're looking at, guys. So I'm interested in seeing what all is around there. I'm going to explore. I'm going to do everything I can to bring as much content as possible, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So I try to put out a video or two for you guys this week. Koh Samui is always 3 times more expensive than Phuket to fly. I'm not flying, Dino. No chance of that happening. So I would love to fly. Don't get me wrong. I would absolutely love to fly, but it's going to cost too much. I'm probably going to spend most of my time in the van. And it is what it is. So I'll do what I can. But any of you guys that have contributed thus far to the channel fund, I appreciate it more than you know. The super stickers and everything else, I still appreciate those. And for everybody that's been a part of it, I appreciate it. It is going to be a long journey, Dino. It is. But that's one thing I've noted, that I have the time. Just want to try to budget right. So if I do it right, I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Don't drive when you feel sleepy. Don't worry, I won't, Chris. I definitely won't, and I should be good to go with no issues there. So I'm looking forward to the trip, and hopefully everything goes according to plan. You fly out of Southern Thailand back to Bangkok cheaper. I'll look at flights. And see. Once I get down there, because no part of me is going to want to take a 10-hour minivan ride back. I can assure you of that. But at the same time, I'm not going to kick out $250 for a flight either. So we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. But thank you all so very much for being a part of DoMoreLife live streams. I don't think I will have one next Saturday. Maybe I'll put a video or something up for you next Saturday. Those people that can't contribute now, but maybe can at a later date, the PayPal is always in the description. Thank you, Stuck in Florida, for mentioning that. That is true. PayPal is in the description of all my videos. The link's there. You can always access it. So, and again, that's channel fund and everything. And have you ever visited the area between Thailand and Vietnam? Don't bother. It's pretty. Well, good one, Mango. Good one. I like that. So with that being said, guys, we'll do the best we can, and I'll pop up a live stream every time I get a chance, and I'll be recording as well every time I get a chance. So all I can say is love you guys. I appreciate you very much, and I hope that we're going to get a lot of content, because I'm going to record a lot of content, and I hope you guys find it very interesting, and I hope that I get some unique content that other people haven't, or maybe a different perspective I record it from, something that makes my content a little bit different than everybody else's content. I don't have a Facebook account. I have principles. I hear you, Chris. How can I see your stream schedule? Basically, the only way for you to do that is to become a channel member if you don't have Facebook, because I'll let the channel members know, like with a post, that I'm having a live stream, and like Stuck in Florida says, same here. But he knows when I'm going to have a live stream because I put it in the channel member section. I don't put these live streams in the channel members because everybody knows on Saturdays and Sundays I do live streams at the same time. But if I'm going to do random live streams, yeah, you probably have to be in because that doesn't count as one of my 3 posts in 24 hours if I posted members only. So just all you got to do is hit the join button. It's $2.99 a month. And we can always use more channel members. That's for sure. And by the way, New York Frank did contribute $10 to the PayPal for the one channel member, Mr. Mitch, that we picked up yesterday. So very, very grateful for that, guys. And yeah. When does vacation start? The 13th, I think. No, 14th. 14th vacation starts. And I'm probably going to take the 14th to get everything together and ready, and then leave either Sunday or Monday. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see what happens, guys. But I'm excited. And if all else fails and I run out of money to vacate with, then I'll come back to Bangkok and record some places here that I haven't been before. And that'll be fun too. So with all that being said, love you guys. I mean it. Thank you very much, everybody who's done anything to support Do More Life. My moderators, you guys are awesome. And I will see you on the next one. Whatever you do today, do more life. See ya.